Okay, here we go. Chapter 10, Brian the Lion. We all ran over to Lion Lane like we were in the Olympics. Alexia rode her skateboard, so she got there first. There she is, Alexia shouted. Lion Lane is another one of those areas in the zoo that has a concrete wall that curves down to where the animals are. I leaned over the edge and looked down. There was Emily, lying on the ground at the bottom. Help, she whimpered. A big lion was pacing back and forth about 10 feet away from Emily. It looked like the lion didn't even notice she was in there. Stay calm, Emily, shouted Mr. Granite, as if anybody could stay calm when they're trapped in a cage with a lion. I mean, Emily is a big crybaby, of course. But if I was stuck down at the bottom of a lion den, I would probably be freaking out and crying too. What is the lion's name? Asked Miss Hannah. His name is Brian, said Miss Child. Brian the lion? We asked. Brian, don't eat Emily, shouted Michael. Lions don't understand English? I said to Michael. Emily, can you climb out? Asked Mr. Granite. No, I hurt my leg, she answered. We will get you out of there, Emily, shouted Miss Child. How did you get down there in the first place? Asked Miss Hannah. Well, I was taking a picture with my camera. I took a step backward and... Emily couldn't finish her sentence because she started crying. A bunch of kids suddenly remembered they brought cameras with them. They all started taking pictures of Emily and Brian the lion. It was a real Kodak moment. Suddenly, Brian the lion walked over to Emily, started sniffing her. I think Brian is going to eat Emily, whispered Neil. Do lions eat people? Asked Ryan. Only under certain circumstances, said Miss Child. Like what? Asked Alexia. Like when they're hungry, said Miss Childs. Well, we've got to do something, said Andrea. Pretend to be dead, Emily, shouted Miss Child. We will figure out a way to rescue you. So, Emily pretended to be dead. Brian the lion was still sniffing her, and then Emily sneezed. Brian the lion jumped back. I think I'm allergic to lions, she said. That's the least of your problems, I said to her. Maybe Brian the lion is allergic to Emily too? Asked Neil. So Brian the lion went back to Emily and sniffed her some more, and Emily sneezed again. Help, she cried, do something. He's going to eat me. I will take care of this, said Miss Child. She ran over to a little shed next to Lion Lane and came out with a long whip and a chair. She went to the edge of the Lion Lane and slid down the curved wall to the bottom. Brian the lion turned away from Emily and looked right at Miss Child. Be a good boy, Brian, said Miss Child. She was walking toward him slowly, holding the chair in front of her. Leave Emily alone. Miss Child has gone wild, said Ryan. Isn't that dangerous, being so close to a lion? Asked Mr. Granite. Don't be silly, said Miss Child. The animals are my friends. We're all just living creatures trying to make our way in the world. We're all part of the family of man, blah, 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 blah. Aren't you afraid that Brian the lion is going to eat you? Asked Miss Hannah. Oh, Brian wouldn't do that. I respect him, and he respects me. Brian the lion took a few steps toward Miss Child and growled at her. She cracked the whip and walked backward. Down, boy, she said calmly. This was pretty cool. Miss Child was like a lion tamer in the circus. Emily was still lying on the ground, though, freaking out. Why don't you use your supervision to burn a hole in Brian the lion, I suggested. Brian the lion took a few more steps toward Miss Child, and then he growled and swiped at her with his paw. Oh, we all went. Don't worry, said Miss Child. That's how Brian shows his respect for me. If he respects you so much, I said, why do you need that whip and chair? And that's when the weirdest thing in the history of the world happened. Brian the lion got up on his hind legs, growled really loudly, and started chasing Miss Child. Miss Child dropped the whip and chair and took off like she was a runner in the Olympics. It was amazing. Run, we all screamed. Run for your life. Brian the lion was chasing Miss Child all over Lion Lane, and we got to see it live and in person. You should have been there. Miss Child sure is a fast runner. If you ask me, they should use lions in the Olympics because people run a lot faster when a lion is chasing them, especially a hungry one. While Brian the lion was chasing Miss Child around, Emily struggled to her feet and started limping toward the wall and started to climb up. You can do it, Emily. I can't. It's too steep, she shouted back. That's when the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. Okay, I'll tell you what it is, but you're going to have to read the next chapter. So, nana boo boo on you. Chapter 11, the amazing surprise ending. To be continued tomorrow, kiddos. So I will see you tomorrow, and have a great rest of your day. Go outside, get some exercise and some fresh air, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.